Hey there, and welcome to your wonderful, fabulous life. Now, today we're going to be talking about the hair, and I'm going to briefly share my natural hair journey with you, trusting that it will help to empower you to live confidently as the purposeful, as the powerful, as the awesome, as the wise person that you were designed to be, because that's what this channel is all about. So my natural hair journey began about 9 years ago when I stopped using chemicals, of course, called perms, and putting them in my hair to straighten my hair. And so what happened is that I would still get my hair blow dried straight, but this was a particular summer that came, and I decided I was going to get braids. So I got the braids. I got the really small braids in my hair and wore them for a couple of months. And after I was ready to take them out, I decided I was going to take them out myself. So I took the braids out, and I thought that I brushed my hair properly after removing the braids. But what happened is that I didn't, because when I went to wash my hair, I had clumps of knotted, tangled hair all over my head that I could not comb out for the life of me. So I'm trying to comb this hair out. It's not coming out, and it's just getting clumpier and clumpier. And after hours of me doing this, me being in tears, I decide I'm just gonna cut these clumps out. So I cut the clumps out, and I went to the hairdresser. She looks at my hair in horror. She's like, "Oh my gosh, what did you do?" And so she says, "Okay, here are your options. You can either cut your hair super short, or you could just wear your hair in a natural style, and that will give time for your hair to grow back." Now, let me give you a little bit more backstory about myself. I was someone who vowed I would never, ever in my life wear a natural style, ever. Now, I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, in my late teens, early 20s. Those were my hair years where I just fried my hair. I mean, my hair was laid at all times. At that time, people were saying, "Okay, Detroit, we are the hair capital of the world." So I'm sorry, other cities, you may claim that status. I'm just telling you what they used to say and what I used to say in my journey here. And so my hair will always be straight, and I could never see myself wearing my hair in a natural style, because my hair is not naturally straight. My hair is not naturally curly. My hair is naturally coily, I think is the term that is used today. As you can see, it shrinks a lot, and so that is the natural state of my hair. And so now I'm confronted, being this person that said I would never wear a natural style. So that's lesson number one. Be careful what you vow never to do. Here I am confronted with this decision. Well, you're either going to have to go all the way natural and only not blow it out, not straighten it whatsoever and wear it natural, or cut it super short to like super, super short, 1 inch. And so I'm sitting there, and I said, okay, I'm going to do the natural. I'm going to embark on this. And so I'm someone who thought that my natural hair was absolutely ugly, okay? And so when I was getting perms, I had permed it so much, that my hair was extremely damaged. I have fine hair. And so someone with my type of hair, when you perm it on the level that I was perming it, it just does horrors to the health of your hair. And so my hair was just extremely damaged. I didn't realize that this was probably the best thing that I could do for my hair, but I had to overcome the stigma of feeling like I would not be attractive at all with a natural hairstyle. And so another thing I want to share with you is that I live in South Florida. And so, of course, in South Florida, it's very hot. It's humid. It's hot year round. We have like maybe 2 weeks out the year where we have 50, 60-degree weather. And so I was concerned about how I was going to maintain any style in the heat of the climate where I live. And so I left that hairdresser that day just in a quandary, because I was thinking, am I going to walk around looking unattractive the rest of my life? Am I going to have this season where I just look crazy because I messed up my hair and now I have to wear my hair natural? Not realizing this is probably the best thing that's ever happened to my hair, but at the time, that's what I was thinking. So having to face the situation with my hair really forced me to come face to face with what I thought about myself and what I thought about beauty. You see, whether we have straight hair, whether we have curly hair, whether we have wavy hair, whether we have kinky hair, no matter what complexion we are, what race we are, whether we're tall or short, no matter what size we are, we always have to remember that beauty always starts from within. And the external is really just an expression of who we are internally. See, we can change all kinds of things about who we are on the outside. We can change our hair color. We can straighten our hair. We can make our hair curly. We can lose weight. We can do all kinds of different things to look different on the outside. But if we are not loving ourselves on the inside, then it really doesn't matter what we do on the outside. There'll always be something else that we need to do to really feel good about ourselves. And I was faced with the truth and I was forced to face the fact of this. There were certain things that I expected that had to be there on the outside for me to feel good about who I was on the inside. And you know, the Word of God tells us in Psalm 139:14 that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. God made us with great skill just the way we are. So no matter what our hair color, no matter what our hair texture, no matter what race or no matter what skin complexion, no matter how tall or short we are, no matter our weight, we are awe-inspiring because we are beings who God has created. And I came to the place where I began to understand that who I am on the outside is just a representation of what I found out about myself on the inside, and that is that I was made awesomely by God. And so what I do with the outside of my appearance is just a way for me to say I want to express that awesomeness on the inside for people to see it. And I want to find the best way to express it possible. And I really just had to shift the way that I looked at myself. And when I did that, I was able to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to find the baddest natural hairstyle that I can find. It's going to become my signature hairstyle, and I'm going to rock it. And at first, I thought I would just grow my hair out and then go back to straightening it. But after time passed and I found some styles that I really liked, and then I found some other styles that I really liked, and then I finally found the style that I really, really, really liked, I said, you know what? I'm going to do this natural thing. I'm going to wear it. And so I'm not saying that I'll always be natural. I'm not saying that I will never straighten my hair again. And I think that's what we need to do with each other. We're not locking each other women into this place of, well, you can't have your hair straight or else you don't love yourself, or you can't be a natural or else, you know, you're not really refined. Instead of locking each other into what we need to do, we just need to say, you know what? As long as you feel good about who God created you to be on the inside, because you know He loves you and because He created you fearfully and wonderfully, you just find the best way to express that wonder on the outside. And whatever you think is the best way to express it, you go, girl, and you rock it. And I think that's what we need to share with each other. That's how we need to encourage each other, because it's always the inside that now places a change on the outside, and that should now be what is the impetus for what we do on the outside. So I want you to know that you're awesome, you're great just the way you are. You are awe-inspiring just the way you are. God has great plans for you, and I want to encourage you today. Maybe you're starting a natural hair journey. Maybe you've got straight hair, maybe you've got wavy hair, whatever it is, whatever size you are, whatever it is, I want you to know God has created you for something great, and you are beautiful just the way you are. So find the best way for you to express on the outside who you are on the inside, and you go, girl. So I'm trusting that this has been of value to you. So I want to ask you to please go ahead, like, share, subscribe, and I'll look to see you next week. Bye.